I had been on a plane and I was in the descent mode on the plane, and all of a sudden I got very dizzy, felt very nauseous, and so sick that I couldn't walk off the plane, so the flight attendants called the paramedics and they came. I thought maybe I was having a stroke, I wasn't sure, but all my body, I couldn't drive, I couldn't work at the computer for any length of time, I couldn't read for sure. I was really dizzy and very nauseous at times. It would kind of come and go in waves, but most of the days I just spent in bed. I could, watch TV from a distance. My ears were always constantly blocked, and especially my right ear, and there was constantly, I was popping, and all day long that was going on. Immediately I had an MRI, which turned out to be normal, and I went to see a neurologist who had diagnosed me with migraine-related vertigo. But there was really not much that could be done at that point. I took I was prescribed some Antivert, which I took once, but that didn't seem to help. I then was in this long process of trying to find somebody that could help me. But this whole process literally lasted a year. About a year after all this had started, I found out about Dr. Morris and called him, begging him to see me. No, actually I got an appointment pretty quickly, and I came into his office and he sat down with me for probably 45 minutes. I think that first session was just talking and getting my history and trying to figure out if there was something that he could do for me that would help me. I did have my probably within the first 3 weeks, I'm not kidding, I started to feel significantly better. I was getting less headaches. I was starting to be able to move a little bit more freely. Some of the vertigo symptoms were going away. I wasn't as dizzy. I was losing some of the tingling sensation and the heat sensation. At this point, and that was May and now it's November, I feel so good. And I haven't felt this good in so long, and I'm so happy. I never take Advil anymore. I used to live on it. I don't get any headaches anymore, which is really interesting. An occasional headache, but very rarely. And all those symptoms that I had before, the heat in my head, the tingling, the pressure, the clogged ears, all of that's gone. I remember when I was first trying to decide if I should commit to it, because it seemed like such a big commitment, and I'd already spent all this money on doctors and nothing had helped me. And I remember my husband saying, if you knew now that you would be better in 6 months from now, would it be worth it to you to do it? And I said, oh my God, yes. And I'm so glad he said that, because then I committed to it and it really came true for me. So I'm thrilled.